Back here, Windsor High School, bringing you football and girls basketball on doing a 6. Josh Miller alongside Brayden Snyder. Brayden now talking to Coach Crackmeyer. Getting some keys here to the second half as both the Mustangs and Wizards come out of the tunnel. Got about a minute and a half left here before we get the second half underway. Those who are just joining us or did not hear, the boys lost a tough one here earlier tonight to the Wizards, losing 77-38. Turnovers was the key in that ball game. For the ladies here tonight, 10 turnovers. Got to do a little bit better job controlling that basketball here this second half and not giving the Wizards the extra shot opportunities that they had there in the first half. 30-18 is the score here at Windsor. As Coach Crackmeyer is giving his final words of encouragement to the ladies as they get ready to break their huddle and head onto the court for the start of this second half. Windsor will have the basketball with the possession arrow as the Mustangs break and take the floor. Bring you a chance to talk to Coach. Any keys here other than eliminating turnovers here you'd like to discuss?
Just he says we like to confuse Windsor on offense and then look for the easy basket underneath. He says that's going to be open once they start confusing Windsor, and he looks to just take better shots and hopefully their shots fall.
Windsor has the basketball and inbounds it. They're at her side of the floor. As the ball's sent in, Lapp gets a hand on it. Bills gets the ball, committing the turnover, takes it away, heads down to the Mustang side of the court. Bills up top the key. Sends it Schneider. Schneider looks to drive the lane and does. Her shot is up. No good. She looks around for a foul. She didn't have much on that shot. It looks like the Windsor Wizard could have got her arm, but nonetheless, ball goes out of bounds and will be given back to the Wizards. Third quarter here underway. 30-18, the Mustangs trail. Ash sends the ball outside for the deep three. Basket's shot is up and good for the three-point play, extending this lead here 33-18 for the Wizards. Mustangs have the basketball there into the floor. On the court for the Mustangs, we have Schneider, Bills, Pettyjohn, Wiederspan, and Lapp to start this second half. Schneider goes towards the basket again. Feels she's fouled and with frustration hits the floor before she picks herself up and heads back on defense. Wizards shot attempt is up, no good. Rebounded by Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn comes across half court, drives the lane, sends a baseline to Lapp for the 20-foot jumper. Lapp shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Wizards. Wizards have the numbers on the break as Ash takes it the length of the floor. Layup's no good, but she's fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. Foul's on the Mustangs, Devin Lapp, her second foul. Sending Kelly Ash to the line for the Wizards to shoot two.
Insurance Connection, whether it's health, life, or dental insurance or Medicare supplements. She's Sharon Kaufman at Insurance Connections today.
Ash's first shot attempt is up and good, as is the second. 35-18, Mustangs trail. Schneider to the bench to take a break as Winsheimer comes in for the Mustangs to replace her. Lapp has the ball baseline. Needs some help and gets it from Pettyjohn. Ball sent up top to Bills. Bills now sends it around the three-point line and back to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn has it poked away. Trying to avoid the backcourt, didn't go for the basketball, and now she commits the foul on Kelly Ash. Pettyjohn commits the foul, a little bit out of frustration as the ball got away from her and went behind the half-court line. It would have been a backcourt violation on the Mustangs if she would have touched it, and instead she commits the foul. Her second, giving the ball to the Wizards. Ash has the ball up top, sends it to the left side. Vaskic up top and back to Ash. Ash trying to look in low. Nothing there. She brings the ball even further back, about half court. and looks to reset up this offense. Basket now has the ball up top the key. Sends it left side to Ash. Ash looks to drive and does. Well guarded by Pettyjohn, but not good enough as Pettyjohn commits again yet another foul. Pettyjohn did a good job to move her feet there. Got lazy as Ash went up to lay it in, and Pettyjohn's going to commit her third personal foul. Sending the Wizards Ash to the line to shoot two. First free throw attempt by Ash is up and no good.
Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeast Colorado's hometown savings and loan in Fort Morgan and Brush.
Coach Krackemeyer calling Sammy Pettyjohn over for a quick talk as Ash takes and makes her second. 35-18, Mustangs trail. 5:30 to go here, third quarter. Mustangs not handling the pressure well by the Wizards as they commit again another turnover here right about half court. Mustangs weren't able to hold on to the basketball as it got away and goes out of bounds, giving the basketball back to the Wizards. Ash has the ball, drives the lane, dishes it right side to her teammate Pemberton. Pemberton lays it up with a two-point basket. Pemberton, the tallest girl on the court. As the Mustangs quick to break the pressure, give it off to Winsheimer. Winsheimer's shot off the block is no good as the ball rattles around and a whistle blows, and they're going to call a travel on the Wizards, giving the ball back to the Mustangs. Winsheimer had a good look, wasn't able to convert. Mustangs will have the basketball as the Wizards travel there. As Pettyjohn sets up to inbounds the ball and does to Bills. Bills looks to drive to the middle and does, dishes the lap baseline, laps. Shot at the front of the rim, comes down to the Wizards. Ball bounces around as the Mustangs fight for it. Ball still bouncing around as Pettyjohn fights for it, and I think, again, Pettyjohn's going to pick up another foul. Look for a minute, Pettyjohn had a hold on it. We were going to get a whistle for a jump ball, but the Windsor Wizards broke free, and Pettyjohn commits what is now her fourth personal foul and will probably spend much of the rest of this game on the bench.
That's a tough call. There were bodies flying everywhere, and Pettyjohn was just fighting hard for the ball.
Gross into the game for Pettyjohn as Ash drives the lane and lays it up and in. No Mustang able to step in front of the streaking Ash as she lays it up and extends this lead, 40-18. Mustangs have to do a better job controlling the ball, score points, try to close this gap before this game gets away from them. Lap baseline, 20-foot jump shots, no good. Rebounded by the Wizards as they come across half court quickly. Sending it down low to Pemberton. Pemberton cannot hold on to it as it goes out of bounds and will be Mustang basketball. Allie Schneider, Macy Schucke, and Ashley Apple into the game for the Mustangs, replacing Alexis Bills, Devin Lapp, and Brooke Wiederspan. Still on the floor for the Mustangs is Danielle Gross and Brittany Winsheimer. Mustangs have the ball, have the length of the floor to run. Schucke quick to get the ball in to Apple at about half court. Apple gives it to Schneider. Schneider quickly to the streaking Winsheimer, who lays it up and in. Brittany Winsheimer, her first 2 points of the game on the layup. Mustangs did well there to break the press that the Wizards had on them as they regroup now on the Wizards side of the court. Man-to-man defense. Schucke defending Baskic. Baskic sends it to Manconi. Manconi down to the middle of the floor to Ash. Ash gives it back to Manconi on the give and go, who lays it up and in. Mustangs, if they're going to play man-to-man, have to stay with their assignment as Manconi got free. Schneider got trapped at about half court and does a smart thing and throws it off the Windsor defender and out of bounds, allowing the Mustangs to regroup.
Smart play by Allie Schneider. She recognized she was trapped and there was no help to come from anywhere. She was right on that sideline, just throws it off the Wizard defender.
In that situation, it's either a timeout or make something of it. Schneider made something of it. Stays Mustang ball as they set up and get the ball back in. Apple has it. Looks to get it in low. Instead, gives it to Schneider up top. Schneider sends a lazy pass to Gross. Has it taken away, but as the Wizards try to get down to their end of the floor, Schneider takes it right back. Schneider tries to get the ball into Gross. Hit the foot of a Wizard defender. No whistle blown as the Wizards take it away. I thought we would have seen a kick ball there. None called. Wizards shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Wizards. Put back and in and good. by Piercy. Whitney Piercy with the rebound and putback for the Wizards extends this lead, 44-20. 2:45 to go, third quarter. Schneider slow to bring the ball across, but does. Half court, sends it into the corner to Shuki. Shuki looking to try to get into the low block. Can't hold on to the basketball. Can't go and pick it up either as the Wizards take it away and run the length of the floor and lay it up and in. And going for the Wizard with the steal and the point. Shuki slow to get to that basketball as it was taken away from her. Mustangs have to do a better job of moving the ball quicker as the Wizards are reading a little bit of what the Mustangs are doing, and the Mustangs are kind of telegraphing a little of their passes. 46-20, Mustangs trail. Bills comes into the game now for Schneider. Bills, Apple, Shuki, Windsheimer, Gross on the floor for the Mustangs. Mustangs have the basketball. And as Shuki tries to get the ball inbound, she's unable to and commits again another turnover. Pass was intended for Gross, never did get there. And it's going to be the Wizards basketball. Coach Krackemeyer wants a timeout to talk about this as the Mustangs have committed quite a few turnovers here as of late, Braden.
Most definitely, as I have Mustangs at unofficially 7 turnovers in the third quarter alone, and the Windsor Wizards have 5. So the Mustangs, the key there is the Mustangs aren't converting the Windsor turnovers into points like Windsor is doing to us. The Mustangs are getting kind of lazy. Their passes are getting slower. Their feet aren't moving as quick. They're getting worn down, and this is where that quality good team of Windsor starts to come over and take control of this game.
Apologizing these times out if it's hard to hear us. We've got a marching band I've seen yet this year playing their song and dance up top here on bleachers behind us as the Mustangs break that timeout. Windsor has the basketball and inbounds it. Brings it across half court quickly. Piercy's shot long, no good, bounces around. Bills had a hand on it but couldn't control it. Windsor gets the basketball, and the quick shot is taken by Andy Young and is good. Gross gets the ball off the inbound play, brings it across half court, sends it far side to Bills. We're just above the Mustangs bench. As the ball now works closer our way, and we've got a whistle blown and a foul on number 20 of the Wizards, it looks like. Alyssa Manconi. Mustangs will have the basketball under their basket. Ball sent in quickly by Gross to Wiederspan. Wiederspan up top to Bills. Bills around to the streaking Gross. Gross tries to get in low to Apple, has it deflected by the Wizards defender and out of bounds. Mustangs will have the basketball as they set up their inbounds play. Gross sets up, looks for Bills off the screen, instead goes to Apple. Apple can't get a handle on it, but Bills does. Bills sends it far side to Gross. Gross to Shuki. Shuki looking to try to get rid of it. Now drives the baseline. Sends it across to Gross. Gross now up top to Bills. Bills drives the lane, dishes to Apple. Apple's shot attempt off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the Wizards. 48-20 minutes to go here, third quarter. Mustangs trail as this game's starting to get away from them. Have to do a better job of converting the high efficient points in the paint, and unable to do so tonight. Miss on the Wizards' end of the floor, rebounded by the Mustangs. Mustangs quick to get down to their end of the floors. Wiederspan puts up the shot, which is no good. Apple rebounds it and goes back up and is fouled. Apple will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Mustangs. That foul's on Miranda Geist, her second personal for the Wizards, and sends Ashley Apple for the Mustangs to the line to shoot 2. Apple's first free throw attempt is up and good.
B&B Appliance at 502 Ensign in downtown Fort Morgan, the place to shop for all of your appliance needs. B&B Appliance, a member of the Brand Source retail program.
Apple converts her first and sets for her second. Second free throw is up and is also good. 48-22. Mustangs trail here, under a minute to go, third quarter. Mustangs get back on defense. Haven't seen a lot of that full court pressure they applied here as of late and early in the first half. And Coney sends the ball far side in front of the Windsor bench to Geist. Geist gets it back up top to Ash. Pass dribbles around, well defended by Bills. That's where we're at here, 20 seconds to go in this third quarter. Windsor's looking for the high percentage shot and get it as Manconi takes the jumper from the left elbow, which is good. 10 seconds to go now here. Mustangs moving around trying to get free and do. Ball is sent into the corner to Shookie. Shookie sends it into Gross. Gross has it knocked away, but it hits her on the way out of bounds, which is going to give the ball back to the Windsor Wizards with 1 second to go. Ball's inbounded as time expires. No shot even taken, with the Wizards having to go the length of the floor. And as time expires here in the third quarter. As the third quarter comes to a close, Mustangs trail 50-22. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on B106, B106.com. Back here at Windsor High School, I'm Josh Miller alongside Braden Schneider. As we get set here to start this fourth quarter, Mustangs will have the ball. Mustangs outscored in that third quarter 20-4, as Windsor did a good job there of converting some of these turnovers into points. Mustangs get the ball inbounded, and as it is, it hits Macy Shookie's foot and goes out of bounds. And on the topic of turnovers, that'll be the first turnover here for the Mustangs in this fourth quarter. 50-22, the story of the night for the guys and the girls has been turnovers. And with those turnovers, Mustangs haven't had many chances to convert opportunities into points. And as the Wizards head to their end of the floor, we're going to have a foul. Foul's on Alexis Bills of the Mustangs. That's going to be her second foul, and that's going to send Whitney Piercy to the line to shoot two. First shot attempt by Piercy's up and good.
Cargill Meat Solutions. Cargill Meat Solutions takes as much pride as they do in the community, just as they do in the products they provide for their consumer, part of the B106 KSAR scholarship program.
Second free throw is up by Piercy, and it's also good, extending this lead now to 30 for the Wizards, 52-22. Mustangs trail. Mustangs have the basketball. They're half of the court. As Gross looks for the open Mustangs, Shookie gets the basketball, but is standing on the far sideline and out of bounds. So as she receives that pass, that'll be another turnover here for the Mustangs. Two quick turnovers to start this fourth quarter. Only 20 seconds in. Mustangs haven't really had a possession, have had possession, but haven't had the chance to really even get the ball inside the three-point line for a shot attempt with those turnovers. 52-22. Windsor has the ball. Schneider, Bills, Apple, Winsheimer, and Pettyjohn on the floor for the Lady Mustangs. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Schneider. It will stay Wizards basketball. Wizards have it quickly inbounded to the low block. Piercy. Piercy runs into Schneider. Schneider knocks the ball back off of Piercy and out of bounds. As Schneider does well there to force the turnover for the Wizards. Mustangs have the length of the floor here to go. Substitution for the Wizards. And as everybody gets set up, Mustangs inbound the ball, and Bills brings it across half court. Bills now tries to get the ball back to Schneider, but again, a little bit of the telegraphing there. And has it knocked away by Manconi, and as the ball goes down the length of the floor, Manconi hits the deck. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs. It will remain Wizards basketball. 52-22. Mustangs trail here. Fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go in this ball game. As the Wizards inbound the basketball and work it around the three-point line just in front of their bench. Free throw line extended. Piercy has the ball, now sends it up top of the key. Ball sent in baseline to Ash. Ash hits the streaking Piercy down the middle of the lane. Piercy decides to not take the shot, instead tries to send it back out and finds the bench and commits the turnover, which will give the basketball back to the Mustangs. 6:43 to go in this ball game. Mustangs trail 52-22. Bills, Pettyjohn, Schneider, Winsheimer, Apple on the floor for the Lady Mustangs. Mustangs have it their side of the court. Apple up top the key straight away, just outside the three-point line. Now sends it right side to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn up top the lap. Mustangs running a lot of picks and screens off the top high end 3-point line area. I'd like to see them work more lower to get some high percentage shots, but we're just not getting it tonight's ballgame. We got a foul on the Wizards, Kelly Ash. Her first personal. That's going to give the ball back to the Mustangs out of bounds in front of their bench. Winsheimer quickly inbounds it to Bills. Bills sends it across court to Schneider. Schneider 3-point shot, a little strong off the glass, and rebounded by Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn baseline 3-point line in front of the Mustangs bench. Now has it, sends it into Apple. Apple turns to her right. Shots up, no good, rebounded by the Wizards. Would have been better there for Apple to turn to her left, to use the glass, instead turns right. Didn't have the angle for the shot. As the rebound and heads down to the floor and converts to 2-point basket. 54-2 now, as the Mustangs have the ball off of that make by the Wizards. Schneider sends it left side to Bills. Bills now brings it up to the center, hits the streaking Schneider down the lane. Schneider's layup off the glass, no good. Those are the shots we have to convert and haven't been able to here tonight. On the baseball pass by the Wizards, Bills intercepts it. Now runs the length of the floor where she takes a 10-foot jump shot. Straight away, just inside the free throw line, Bills converts the 2-point basket for the Mustangs. 54-24 as Apple takes the ball away from the Wizards. Quickly outlets it to Schneider. Schneider slow to get across half court as the Mustangs set up on offense. Bill sets the screen for Schneider. Schneider hits Pettyjohn on the right wing. Now back up top to Bills. Bills trying to drive the lane and does. Dishes to Pettyjohn right side. Pettyjohn's jump shot baseline just inside the 3-point line is good. Sammy Pettyjohn did well there to convert the 2-point basket. Baseline jump shot. As the Mustangs regroup on their end of the floor, the ball goes out of bounds, but they're going to say last touch by the Mustangs, and that will give the ball to the Wizards with 4:35 to go here in this ballgame. 54-26, Mustangs trail. Lap into the game now for the Mustangs with Schneider, Pettyjohn, Bills, and Winsheimer. Ball sent left side. The 3-point shot is taken by Baskic, no good. Long bounce off the rim as Lapp picks it up in the corner, throws it off the Windsor defender. She got in trouble there down in that corner, similar to Schneider here a couple minutes back at around the half-court area. Mustangs have the ball, inbounded to Bills. Bills brings it across half-court for the ladies. Sends it to the far left baseline to Winsheimer. Winsheimer drives the lane but has it knocked away and out of bounds. It will remain Mustangs ball. Winsheimer cut the corner there, headed baseline for the layup. She was cut off by the Windsor defender as the ball was knocked away and out of bounds. Schneider quickly inbounds it to the low block to Bills. Bills shot off the glass, no good. Another high percentage shot that the Mustangs have not been able to convert as the Windsor takes the length up the floor. Quick pass. Taylor Hillam goes up and in for 2 and is good. 56-26, Mustangs trail by 30. 3:45 to go here in this ballgame. Schneider sends the ball into Bills. Bills jump shot from just inside the free throw line, hits the back of the rim and comes out no good. Rebounded by the Wizards. Wizards push the floor and send it quickly to Pemberton. Pemberton's shot is up and blocked by Bills. Windsor maintains possession as they get the loose ball and send it now into the corner to Ash. Ash's 3-point shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Pemberton. Pemberton throws an elbow, no whistle. Passes it instead to the outside to Thornton. His jump shot is up and good for the Wizards. 58-26. Wizards extending their lead here in this fourth quarter. Mustangs haven't had much happen on the offensive side of the floor in this second half. Scoring 18 points in the first half and only 8 points here thus far in the second. Shot attempt by Lapp just off the left elbow is good. Lapp, a good job there of getting free, calling for the basketball and converting that jump shot off the left elbow. 58-28. Mustangs still trail. Not enough time probably left in this ball game for them to come back, give them the chance to win. But I'd like to see them work on some of these things as we close out this ball game and carry some momentum into Friday's contest. Windsor tries to get the ball into the low block as it trickles away and out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover on the Wizards, giving the ball back to the Mustangs. Mustangs have Lapp, Schneider, Pettyjohn, Bills, and Windsheimer on the floor as 2:30 is left here in this ball game. Fourth quarter, Windsor High School. Josh Miller alongside Braden Schneider. Windsheimer has the ball in the corner, now sends it to the left block to Bills. Bills drives across court to hit Schneider. Ball goes through Schneider's hand, hits it in the noggin, and goes out of bounds for the Mustangs. Turnover. Coach Krackemeyer bringing in reinforcements. We've got 5 substitutions. As Gross comes into the game, Lauren Staley, Celia Smith, Samantha Scott, and Macy Shookie into the ball game for the Mustangs as Coach Krackemeyer brings in all 5 substitutions. On that as the floor as these new set of 5 for the Mustangs are a bit confused. Wizards have the opportunity to take advantage of the lane and do as they lay the basket up and in. Gross quickly gets the ball across half court. Smith sends it in low now to Staley. Staley back out to Shookie. Shookie's jump shot a little long and no good. Rebounded by the Wizards. Mustangs hustle to get back as the Wizards have the numbers. Wizards aren't able to control the basketball as it goes out of bounds. That'll be another turnover here. Giving the ball back to the Mustangs. Again for the Mustangs, Shookie, Gross, Staley, Smith, and Scott on the floor for the Lady Mustangs with 1:30 to go here in this ball game. 60-28, Mustangs trail. Staley has the ball left side in front of the Mustangs bench. Gets the ball to Gross, who comes off the screen from Smith, and as Staley turns the corner, she's tripped and fouled. That foul on number 22 for the Wizards, Miranda Geist. Her third personal. That'll get the ball. Mustangs will keep the ball. Shookie prepares to inbound in front of the Mustangs bench. Sends it into Scott. Scott uses the screen from Gross to go far right side. Sit well above the three-point line. Her pass back to Gross is taken away by the Wizards. Wizards run the floor with numbers. Jump shot up from the baseline by Harris. It's up and good. Talked a little bit about it, but a lot of the Mustangs' passes are coming 10, 15 feet above the three-point line as girls try to get free and work towards the basket. Like to see a little bit more passes in low as the ball's sent into Smith on the left block. Smith struggles to hang on to it as the refs blow the whistle and the possession arrow goes the Wizards' way. Wizards send the ball in as it's kicked around and knocked around. Ball sent back out top of the key. 35 seconds to go in this ball game. Mustangs trail 62-28. And as the Wizards drive the lane, we're going to have a foul on what looks to be the Mustangs. Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley getting her first foul. Sending the Wizards Sophie Griggs to the line to shoot 2. Mustangs trail 62-28. 30 seconds to go in this ball game. First free throw's up and good.
Meyer Phillips Insurance. Meyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, offers home, health, auto, farm, and business and workers' compensation insurance.
Second shot by Griggs as she puts it up, rattles around, back off the glass, and down and through. Extending this lead for the Wizards, 64-28, 20 seconds to go here. Staley brings the ball across half court, now sends it to Smith. Smith's looking to hit Scott off the screen and is unable to, but it hits the Windsor defender and goes out of bounds. We'll stay Mustangs ball, 15 seconds to go in this contest. 2 tough games here tonight for the Mustangs. The story of the evening's been turnovers. Ball's inbounded quickly to Gross, sent far side, and again another pass taken away. Attempted pass to Staley. As Staley gets down the floor, she's going to commit her second foul, sending the Wizards back to the line to shoot 2. Talked about it a little bit. Coach Krackemeyer probably sees a little bit of the same thing I do, but Mustangs telegraphing a lot of their passes up top of the three-point line. Windsor doing a great job to read the eyes of their defenders and has picked off quite a few of those passes here in tonight's ball game, which gives them the numbers on the break. They've been able to convert these baskets to points. Free throw attempts by Griggs are good. Extending the lead, 66-28 as time expires. The Mustang Scott throws up the basket, and it does not fall. is the final here at Windsor High School. Braden's going to go down and talk to Coach Krackemeyer. Probably no different than Coach Dunn right now. We're happy about tonight's performance, and not really much to talk about, but we'll get his thoughts. We'll take a quick break and be back to those. Listen to Mustang Basketball, B106, B106.com. Back here at Windsor High School, Braden Schneider's with Coach Krackemeyer.
Coach, your team's been playing good basketball for the past 3 or 4 games. Coming up short tonight in a tough loss to Windsor. Evaluate your team's play.
Well, the things we talked about need to do, scoring the basketball and staying in front defensively, we just didn't do well enough. We couldn't put the ball in the basket. We got to standing around a little bit, watching on offense sometimes, but we couldn't score the ball, and our defense wasn't as good as it needed to be.
How do you plan to turn things around going into Friday?
We just got to keep working on what we work on. We've got to continue to shoot the ball in practice, make the ball more.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach Krackemeyer, for that. Hit the nail on the head there. The Mustangs just really unable to convert the high percentage shots when they had them. A little bit overmatched on the basketball court tonight as the final finish is 66-28. Mustangs only scoring 10 points in that second half. The Wizards scoring 36 to finish tonight on a strong note. 66-28 is the final here tonight, as the Mustangs only, again, scoring 8 in that second half. 2 points tonight for Winsheimer. 4 tonight for Sammy Pettyjohn. 8 on the night for Schneider. She had a quiet second half. 2 for Brooke Wiederspan. 2 also for Alexis Bills. 5 for Devin Lapp. And 5 points also for Ashley Apple. Not the way we wanted the games to go. We kind of expected this a little bit on paper. 2 teams that have proven themselves a little bit more at this point in the season than the Mustangs. The girls did a great job here in this first half to really stay in this ball game, but unfortunately the second half just really got away from them, Braden.
That's exactly it. And the Mustangs were up against a very good Windsor team, and we knew that coming into this game, and the Mustangs girls have been playing phenomenal basketball coming into tonight's game, and Coach Krackemeyer says that we need to score the ball more, and I know that sounds silly, but that's the truth of the matter is that ball's not going in, and that's what Windsor was doing, is their shots were better, and that's what happens in ball games, especially when you turn over the ball as much as the Mustangs did tonight, and they were out-rebounded, and Windsor had so many second-chance opportunities. The Mustangs just need to focus as they get back into the gym tomorrow and come out ready to play on Friday.
This post-game show is brought to you by High Plains Bank in Wiggins. No matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins today. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. We will be back with you Friday night as the Mustangs hit the hardwood again, trying to recover from a couple tough losses tonight. Mustangs will play an Erie team coming to visit us there in Fort Morgan. Braden, you want to hit on and remind our fans and listeners of the middle school, high school staff basketball game?
Most definitely. It's the 4th annual Fort Morgan Middle School staff versus the high school staff middle school basketball game. It is a Morgan Basketball Association fundraiser, so all the $3 profits go to the Morgan Basketball Association to benefit the young kids coming up and looking that are playing in this sport, and so we wish them the best of luck as they come up through their young careers and look to better themselves. So come out and join us for a night of fun at 7 o'clock at the Fort Morgan Middle School for the staff basketball game.
Should be a good time for those of you that are able to make it. This gym's gotten pretty quiet as the bands have left. Two Mustang teams, boys and girls, both losing tonight. Tough games, turnovers, a little bit of the key, and not converting on the offensive side of the floor. Both teams will head home and regroup with a couple days of practice before they head to the home court, take on Erie on Friday. We'll have those broadcasts for you. Appreciate you listening in tonight. I'd like to thank our sound engineer, producer, Mustang Basketball, back in the studio, Trent Klimper. I'm Josh Miller. Mustangs lose both tonight. alongside Braden Schneider. You've been listening to Mustangs basketball on B106, B106.com. Good night, everybody.